Hey folks, I'm Vixen. Today we're going to take another look at Nova Drift, a roguelite space shooter by Chimeric. It is a game I've been showing on the channel a bit of time ago. It was already pretty interesting and it's getting even better. So what is the difference between a roguelite space shooter and a regular shoot 'em up? The thing is that it's going to be a bit classical in the way you are going to shoot enemies. It's really a proper shoot 'em up. Yet you are going to do runs. It's going to be relatively short or long depending on your skills. And the really interesting part in this game is that you are going to gain XP for enemy you are going to shoot, and these little bit of XP are going to give you level up. And when you are going to level up, you are going to be given a choice. You will be able to choose an ability between a few, and depending on what you are going to get, you are going to be able to specialize in different categories. So you will be able to maybe specialize in missile, drones, or maybe a mix of both or other things. And it's going to make runs which are going to be very interesting, because you are going to say, let's say this time I'm going to focus on drones and maybe a bit of shield as well, or maybe I'm just going to focus on lasers, or I'm going to make a ship which is going to be focused in melee, and I'm going to burst through enemies and kill them like this. There is plenty of options. So let's just begin a new game. I'm going to make a first run. Maybe I will not be able to do such a good run because it's not always easy to speak and play shoot 'em ups. So let's not do something too difficult. I'm going to go with so these are modifications you can actually add to the game as you progress. You're going to, let's say there is some kind of overall level of XP which is going to enable you to unlock new abilities, new modifiers to make your game a bit harder or more exciting. So let's just go with the first one, so I can just tell you a bit about the game, and then maybe we'll add a bit more to spice a bit the thing. So let's just begin with endless mode, which is basically the normal mode kind of. You can also go for practice if you want to just take a quick look at it, but there is plenty of interesting to do here. So let's just start here. So here is our little ship. I'm going to play with the pad. It's fairly simple. You've got one button to shoot and one button to trust your ship, a little bit like an old game like Asteroids, and there is a bunch. And then you will also have a few other things, but it will be a bit later on. You can actually unlock a few abilities you will use. As I'm playing with the pad, it's going to be the D-pad, but it might be probably tweaked if you are playing with a keyboard. But it's a game which is fairly enjoyable to play with. Oh wait, with the pad, I quite like it. Okay, so we've been leveling up, so it's time to press Y and check what we can do. So this time, the first few levels, you are going to choose your most basic things. So your basic weapon, your basic shield, and I think also your, let's say, your ship type. So we've got a few choices already. I've got railgun, I've got salvo, which is basically missiles, and vortex. So if you are not happy with this choice, you've got a bunch of rerolls, so you can just choose a different one. And as you are going to progress through the game, you are going to gain more rerolls. So if you want to change a few things, it's definitely possible. Yet we are going to go with the missiles because I like these. So let's just. This is not the weapon I've been able to go the furthest with, but it is still a very cool weapon, so let's go for it. We've got a bunch of new enemies which are going to arrive. Oh wait, I should just be careful. So if you pay attention to the bottom of the screen, there is a few bars. Wait a sec. So what are we going to go for? So I was speaking about the, let's say, the ship type. So we've got three kind of ship here. We've got the battery body, which is quite cool. It's going to enable you. I'm using a missile right now, so I was shooting a missile from the front. With this one I'm going to shoot missile from the side, and I'm going to gain a bunch of missiles as well. You can see I've got +3 projectile for projectile weapons, +15% total weapon damage, so there is plenty of numbers, but we'll just maybe elaborate a bit further with this. So we've got also the Hullbreaker. I was speaking about let's say specializing melee in the intro, so this is the ship you might want to go for if you are going to go for it. And we've got also an assault ship, which is just basically going to increase your let's say your firepower. My mistake, sorry about this. Okay, let's go for the battery. I like this one, it's cool. See, I'm shooting a lot more missile now, and I'm going to also be able to I don't really need to aim from the front of the ship with this, so I can just rotate around my enemies, which is going to give me a lot of flexibility. And okay, wait a sec, we need to choose our shield. So I've got 3 shields here. I've got Reflect, which is going to, let's say, there's a bunch of projectiles which are going to be reflected from the enemy shot. And it's quite handy. We've got Temporal, which is going to slow down enemies in a very short range around your ship, so it's very, very powerful as well. And Warp, which is going to warp your ship when in danger. It's really, really useful as well. I'm going to go for Reflect, because it's a cool one. And we'll continue with this. I might have chosen a temple. It would have been maybe more interesting for this first run. Anyway, let's go with this. You see, I can just loot these little bits of XP which are just flying around. We don't see them very well at first, but these are little balls of light which are going to float around. If you don't get close enough, they might vanish. So you want to actually collect them before they disappear. And let's see, so now it is, let's say it is a proper screen you will see when you are going to level up. The first 3 were just what you choose to begin your game with. Then the real builds are going to be done on this screen. So you can change gear, but it's not always what you want to do. If you've made a mistake, it's a good way to fix it. But most of your task will be done in this little spot here. So we've got plenty of things here, and we can get drones, which I might want to go for. But I might want to go for something more, let's say, practical. I want to be able to shoot missiles which are going to target my enemies, and I don't really need to worry about aiming. So I might want to go for targeting here, and I can do it several times if I want to make these missiles just reach their target every time. So what else do we have? We've got efficiency, strength. You can also improve your survivability quite a lot by upgrading your hull or your shield. I'm just going to go for targeting. It's quite really powerful. So this time I'm going to have missiles which are going to be a little bit more, let's say, aimed. And I've got another level up which I should just focus on. At first it's going to be very quick. You're going to level up really quickly, and it's going to slow down as we progress. Wait a sec. So what I want is maybe a little bit more guidance. Yes, it's a little bit boring, but it is. You can just go around like this. If you are cornered, you can just go through the limits of the screen. It's quite powerful, but it is also sometimes confusing, so you can actually die because you did not see something coming because of that. Oh, wait, come on. I'm just going to not to die too quickly. Runs are really interesting, and the further you go, the crazier it's going to become. Alright, plus I love the way they just rotate and just chase me again. You can just play with them a bit like this, and just do it again, and it's cool. Anyway, let's just keep going. So what should I go for? We can actually go for turrets, but I don't really like these turrets so much. I prefer drones. These are turrets you are going to drop on the map. There is a cooldown, but you can do pretty much all the turrets you want. There is a construction limit. You cannot put plenty of turrets and just go. You can just, there is a limited number. Yet let's see what we shall go for. Maybe we should go for a bit of survivability, or we could just add a bit more projectile. It might be interesting as well, but you see there is a bunch of drawbacks. So the blast radius is going to be smaller. The weapon size is going to be diminished, so your missiles are going to be a little bit smaller. And there is a projectile spread which might be troublesome for some weapon, but which is not going to be such of an issue for missiles. Maybe two extra missiles might be interesting. Okay, maybe I could go. Oh, I was speaking about the reflection thing, or maybe the temporal thing, which is going to slow down the enemy projectile. So this is what you should aim for if you want to go and make maybe a very strong ship. So you see there is a plus 20% shield effect radius here, plus a plus 10 shield effect power. So basically, it's going to increase the efficiency of your reflection or your slowdown effect, and it's going to make it trigger a little bit further from your ship, so you've got more time to react. So it's really cool. I'm going to go for more projectile, because the more missile I shoot, let's say, the safer I am. Plus the drawback are not really that much of an issue at the beginning, because it did not really improve the power of your weapons. But you see it's getting a little bit crazier now. And then what I should go for is, let's see, blast radius. I could just fix what I removed, or maybe there is more important thing to do, or maybe a bit more velocity, so I can actually get the missile quicker to my enemy and maybe reduce their number faster. It might be interesting as well. Or I could do a reroll and just see what they propose me. There's also Humming Strike, but I'm pretty much doing that already. I wonder. Nah, let's just... Or I could just pick it up again. Nah, it's always a bit of a tough choice, because there is plenty of things you can do and you need to choose just one each time. So you need to try to remain focused, and it's not always easy. Okay, let's keep going. I've got another choice to do here. As I was saying, it's... At first, you're going to get plenty of these level up, so you can just really specialize quickly. So what should I go for? Magnitude is really cool. I'm going to give me a little bit of survivability. It's a little bit less interesting, but in the long run it's going to be really useful. So I could go for a little bit more regeneration rates, or a little bit of strength. Maybe I'm going to add a bigger buffer so I don't die too quickly, like one shot or something like that. Or what is this? Your weapon calibrates while you are not firing, improving your next attack. I'm going to fire all the time with the missile, so I don't really have any interest in going for this. This one could be handy because it's going to increase the size of the central projectile and increase the total damage. Yet, nah, let's go for a bit of... It's always bothering to... Wait, oh, come on, let's not die. So if you just take a look at the bottom of the screen, I was saying that earlier, but I just stopped it. I've got a shield bar in blue. I've got, let's say, there is a cooldown on the shield, so the effect I was speaking about, the reflection, it's not triggered all the time. It's going to be triggered once, and then the cooldown is going to happen. And then we've got the L bar. I'm going to be in trouble soon. Let's just... Oh, no, not right. It's a boss, if you were wondering. There is a life health bar at the top here. And as I'm speaking, I'm not really paying much attention, so I should just be very, very careful. He's sending some... So his main attack is going to send some kind of bolt of light, and it's going to separate into some kind of dragon thing. It's a little bit dangerous. It's not really the most dangerous boss. You just need to be careful about these being a bit unpredictable. Okay. And I'm not doing much damage. The missiles are not really a powerful weapon. It is really handy to clear the place. But... Oh, I'm taking damage. Oh, come on. It pushed me a bit. I need to recover. I need to shoot that guy in yellow. He's going to be really, really troublesome if I don't. He's going to just get plenty of little vessel to me for a while. Okay, I've got quite a bit of XP now, thanks to the boss dying. Okay, I need to find a way to deal with this guy, and I might want to go for a bunch of drones at some point, so they can actually focus, because my... oh wait, what do we have here? Burn damage, cool, also. Lie, again the ability to assemble and deploy. Wait a sec, I think I've got... Yes, yes. I just have to pick up something quickly, because I've got no more battery in my... It's a shame. It's always happening when you don't want this to happen. So let's just get a bit of a wire, and I will be there just in a sec. Sorry about this. Alright, let's go. So, what was I going for? We could go for a little bit of a drone. I do believe this one might be rotating around us, but it might be the one which is autonomous also. Okay, so let's go for this one, and we'll see what's going to happen. It's going to make things... So now I can actually use a D-pad to summon. Was it not the D-pad? It might not be the case. I should just find the right button. Okay, no, it was not the D-pad, my mistake. So we are back now with a drone which is going to target our enemy precisely, and our missile which are going to dispose of them while keeping me alive most of the time, hopefully. The drone is going to remain alive sometime, but he has his own health point and he will eventually die. We'll just need to wait for the cooldown to refresh so I can just summon another one. And currently I'm in trouble. I'm lacking firepower to deal with these guys, and it's going to be my end if I'm not careful. Just pick up these XP points so I can level up and get a bit more punch. So what do we have here? We've got, oh yes, we've got the convergence thing, which is going to give my missile what? Oh, I don't know this one. After you fire a weapon, you gain 50% total crash damage to targets. I think it might be what we want to go for, the hull breaker. It is another thing which might be powerful. Yet for now we're just going to go for a convergence here. As you can see, there is pretty bad drawback here. You are going to lose a bit of velocity and rate of fire. Our weapon are going to be diminished in size, and we're going to be shooting a bit more spread, but it is not going to be an issue. We'll be able to maybe recover from that. Okay, he's almost dead. Alright, good. So let's get a bunch of these. And you see I've got still my drone which is up, which is cool. I can have more drones as well. So I can focus fire, but I'm not going to go for this. We could go for a bit more else, or maybe a bit better rate of fire might be what we are looking for. Yet we could also go with magnitude, which is going to give us bigger weapons and more damage, which might be cool as well. This one is good as well for us. All of these are good, so it's going to be troublesome to choose. I'm going to go for this to get more damage. Rate of fire would have been really cool as well, but we'll begin with that. The quicker we kill our enemies, the better. Oh, is it a laser? No, it's not. And what is really cool with this game is that the weapons are really so different. It's really interesting to make different builds. I must say, most of the time doing the same kind of build. I've got a few favorite weapons, but there is a very interesting thing to do with it. Okay, I should be careful. I've got no more shield. The thing is that boss tend to just rotate slowly, so you've got a little bit of a chance when you just change the screen. You just go from one side to the other. There is plenty of bots with not bots, of bosses which require you to do that if you want to, let's say, to lure them to shoot in another direction, which might be quite good for us sometime. You see, the missiles are just clearing the screen pretty well. Oh, there is a little bit of an hazard here, which tend to happen. You need to be careful with it because it can do a lot of damage. But it can also save you because they are going to damage enemies as well. There are black holes as well, which we might see at some point soon because they tend to be at that point of the game, I think. Yet it might be false because there is a modifier which you can apply at the beginning, which is going to make you begin at the wave 12, so it might change a bit. Oh, this one is really powerful. It's going to make you attract the orb from a lot further, so you don't miss them, and it's going to make you level up way faster. So really powerful. Then, what else do we have? Splinters, snipe. This one is interesting with the missile because it's going to, let's say your missile are going to do more damage if you are far from them, and missiles tend to be far from you, so it's going to give you a good boost in damage. Yet magnetism is really cool as well, but I will probably see it again. Okay, let's go for this. Oh, this might be dangerous. Oh, maybe not this one. There is let's say a better version of it, or maybe it would be a worse version of it, which might be way more dangerous, which we might see soon. Let's try not to be too close to these guys. They need to be shot by my missile from afar, so it's going to be way powerful. and more powerful. Let's just try to pick up the goods here. Plenty of mines, but oh, these can be troublesome because they're going to shoot plenty of little shot at us. They've got also lasers, which is way worse. I was speaking about this out loud. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I don't know this one, is there? I might have unlocked a few recently. Weapon deal 125 damage as burning over 4 seconds. This is quite good. Do I want to pick it up? I'm going to shoot even slower. And what should I go for? Mobility is not what I tend to focus the most, but I'm pretty sure when you're going to go for Hullbreaker or something like that, it might be useful. And I could try this. Let's go for it. I'm not sure it's going to be... Oh, come on, don't do that! Oh, I'm almost dead. I'm really in danger right now. I should be very, very careful not to be... Okay, what I should go for next time is a bit of regeneration speed, because I'm taking way too much time to regenerate. Do I have it? No, I don't. But maybe I could not cheat a bit, but maybe change the odds. I'm going to try to reroll here. And maybe we could find something good to keep us alive. Not here. Let's go for one more. We've got plenty of cool things for the drones, but I want to survive, so I'm going to roll again. I'm never using my roll anyway, so... Elegant construction. So we get better hull strength, so my drones are going to be way more resilient. Yet it's not what we are looking for. This one is really cool. It's going to reduce hull damage taken by 3, providing protection against rapid light damage. Yet this is not what we were looking for. Can I get... I'm going to burn all my roll on this. Am I not? When you are not firing, your hull regeneration... It could be handy, but I'm firing all the time, so... This one is good. I should take it. When my missiles are going to hit something, they are going to splinter in more missiles. So it's really, really cool. Yet, it's not what we are looking for. It's a tough choice. Let's just take it. If I die, I will just show you another build. It's going to be really doing a lot of mess with this. I should just summon my drone as well. It's going to help me a bit. It's going to make the screen a bit crazy, the missile splintering thing. Okay, level up. It's my chance to find something to keep me alive. I could get more shield as well. Okay, so more damage, more weapon size, more blast radius, less rate of fire. It's a bit of a... Okay, we'll pick it up anyway. So this time they will just die way quicker. As I will also die way quicker. It's a good thing. See, I'm just clearing the screen very quickly now. But the thing is that we are going to reach a boss soon, and I don't have got the firepower to deal with them quickly without dying too quickly either. Plus we are fairly close to the beginning. It's a fairly small score I've got. What do we have here? Juggernaut could be cool. Going to reduce my mobility though. It's mostly useful for the Hullbreaker thing. And we shall go for a bit more shield. I think it might be what keep us alive the longest. I've been... If you just take a look at the left side of the screen, you can see all the bonuses I've been picking up, and there is very little protection here. I've got very little survivability on my build right now. So I think I should definitely go for the shield durability to keep me alive a bit longer. So I can level up a bit more and just choose more things. I've got missiles which are fairly good right now. Oh, here is our next boss. I'm doing a fair amount of damage, it seems. Need to be very careful. There is this boss has. This is the least dangerous attack from this boss, so for now I'm fine. The other one might be a bit more dangerous for me. I need to fire a lot of bolts, and yes, I should be a bit further to get more damage out of the guy. Just try to see if I can evade like this. Might be the best way to do it. I think I was not doing that before. I should do it more often. Wait, no, don't let him shoot you like this. We are halfway, it's not too bad, but the laser are going to shoot again, so I need to be close enough to be able to rotate at the same speed as the laser, and they're going to be a bit faster now. Oh wait, come on. Oh, I'm lost. This is the danger of just going around the screen like this. It's quite dangerous. Let's just summon my drone again and hopefully wait for my shield to replenish properly. We'll just move around like this and again. Oh, come on. I took a bit of damage. Okay, and we'll just do it like this, I think. Okay, well, we're alive. It's not a very dangerous boss, so it's fairly logical. I could have died earlier though. I should be a bit further. Okay, let's just try to remain on the same screen. It is quite dead now. And we've got a new role. We're going to meet soon new enemies, I believe. And we've got a nice little level up. Cool. Okay, so what do we have here? What should we go for? This one is cool. So when you get it, your shield is going to actually just throw a laser in the direction of the it, so it might save your skin. It's quite cool. Still, maybe there is something better for us. This one could be indeed going to increase a bit our damage, the blast radius, and the size of the central projectile, so it might be cooler. I could go for mines and turret and stuff, but when you pick up more than one kind of drones or one kind of satellite, you need to switch between them to construct them again. So it tends to make me, I tend to die doing that. So I try to focus on just one kind of drone or one kind of turret or one kind of mine. I don't want to just mix up things and just get killed like this. It's just stupid. So we'll just try to remain in the same kind of. I could go for this. Nah, we were speaking about single out strike, so let's go for it. I should have a few missiles which are going to be bigger. And I should just summon my drone. I already forgetting to summon my drone, so it's always a bad idea for me to go for too many satellites. But if you just focus on drones and maybe turrets and stuff, maybe if you don't focus on firing missiles and stuff like this, you might be willing to just try to do a build which is going to be like that. Without maybe a main weapon, maybe with just drones and turrets and mines. It might be interesting as well. I didn't think about this before, but I'm pretty sure it's interesting. I think maybe also what is really cool with the game is that most of the weapons are really interesting, so there is always something to try about it. Okay, so this time what should I go for? Nope. Double base weapon projectile plus one weapon projectile. Okay, so the drawback is quite severe, but maybe the amount of missile is interesting. Double base weapon projectile plus one weapon projectile, and we are going to lose 20% damage though, but we are going to double the number of missiles, so it might be worth it. Let's try it. I'm going to recover the screen with missile, hopefully. With a splinter, it's even better. Oh, just not remain too close. The further the better. It is a good strategy. Let's get out of there. Oh wait, no, not there. Don't remain here.
kind of some kind of black hole thing. I don't remember these. Okay, let's just pick up the XP so I can level up again. Maybe not that soon. You see there is a little XP bar up there and I'm not leveling that fast now. Plus I really need to pick up the magnetism stuff so I could pick up all the goods without running around the screen like this, chasing the little bubbles. Okay, so is there... I was waiting for this, so I'm going to pick it up. Improve regeneration rates so I can regenerate the faster. When I'm in trouble, it's really life-saving. That guy has plenty of shields. Oh, these, the one which was coming, these just tend to send a lot of missiles, and they are just... If you just let too many of these on the screen, it's going to be hell. Okay, let's see. It's getting a bit... Come on. The thing is that I took a really fairly easy mode, let's say. So the game is a bit slower and we are not progressing that fast in the score side of things. Because there is, each time you're going to add a drawback, it's going to make your score progress faster. It's like a multiplier, I believe. And we are progressing fairly slowly, which is cool because for a first run like this, it's a good warm-up. And I didn't die too quickly, so we can see a bit more. It's more interesting. Okay, these guys. Oh, this is a boss, and I forgot about it. It is actually a bothersome boss, so I need to be very careful because he has some kind of laser, if I remember right, and I don't want to be too close. Still, it is the boss I was speaking about, which is taking a bit of time to rotate, and it is something you should take advantage of, because the laser is quite crippling, and you need to remain far from these rotating things, or you will get really in trouble. But the most important thing is to remain far from the... Oh, I was speaking about black holes. This is one of these. You need to remain far, and enemies are going to flee from these, but they tend to get sucked in. Not the boss, of course, but the regular one tend to be. Okay, I've got a fairly good weapon now, so it seems the boss is actually melting fairly quickly. We'll still need to be careful and not remain in front of it when it's doing that, because it's way too dangerous for us to remain here. But it's dead. So let's just pick up the goods and level up. So what do we have here? I could go for this. It will be a bit more precise. Or I could go for this, which is going to reduce dramatically the amount of damage I'm taking on the hull. Once again, tough choice. Let's go for the homing things, I think. No, maybe not. I think I've got the convergence already. No, I'm not sure. I'm going to go for this, it's going to break me a bit. I need to think about surviving longer if I want to show you really dreadful situation. Oh, come on. They are too close. And not. Alright. I need to be careful about these mines around. I've got a boost effect right now. I don't know why I might have picked up something. But normally there is another way to activate the boost. There is an ability which is going to boost your damage and your speed. If you take it, when you are going to kill an enemy, you are going to get a little bit of boost, and when you are going to keep killing enemy, you are going to add to it. But I don't have it yet, and I forgot about my drone. Need to be careful. I tend not to see them arriving, and it is how you die. There is a bit of XP here. Should just pick it up quickly. The more levels, the stronger my vessel. So, what do we have here? Less spread, I don't really care. These drones, they are not the same. So I've got the autonomous drone with me, and these are drones which are going to remain around your ship. You can have, I think, 3 or 4, maybe more, and they're going to shoot automatically. They're going to aim automatically, and they are quite powerful. I quite like them. The autonomous is cool, but these are cool as well, and you can specialize them. They can be, let's say, more in assault or defense. They are nice. Let's see. Let's use a reroll to see if we can find something more appealing. I need my shield. Maybe we're going to take absorption. I think it's good. This weapon here we can see here is really cool. It's like an octopus with arms, and it's going to it's like an octopus with lasers, I must say, and it's really powerful. You can, when you increase the size of the weapon, it's really crazy, and if you just increase the spread, it's going to go all around you. It's a bit bothersome as well, because it's going to make you have issues to find the front of your ship, and sometimes you're just going to get lost into the maze of your weapon. But still, it's a cool weapon. I like it. It was one of the first I made a decent score with, I must say. Okay, let's go for this. Oh wait, there is an octopus which is going to try to kill me. These are just tend to just go straight to you and kill you. They are not... oh, not fun. I was a bit late on the avoiding thing. Okay, sometimes they've got lasers, sometimes they've got little bolts like this. But these are always dangerous because they tend to go straight to you, and it is quite dangerous. These are with the shield, it just advances very slowly. But if you just go around them, it might be a lot more efficient for us. They've got plenty of XP which is lying around. It's not a good thing. I've got a reroll as well. I took a mine, I think. Oh, no, lasers are really bad. You want to avoid them at all costs. And blast radius? Yes, why not? It could be handy. Maybe, is there something which might be... no, we're going to go for this blast radius, why not? It's not perfect, but as we're going to progress, they're going to propose less and less abilities, so we want to... oh, I'm in trouble. I might die here. Okay, we need to kill them quick, or suffer the consequences. I think they kill my drone. I need to summon it again. Okay, I've got my drone back, and that guy is going to... you see, it's like a giant fist. It's going to try to kill me by just ramming me. But we've got maybe a few things. So force armor, crash damage, gain 25 damage blast radius. This is force hullbreaker, mobility, better shield. Well, shield are up, total damage taken cannot exceed 35%. This is cool, and I should take it. Our better shield cooldown might be also very nice. Okay, let's go for the cooldown so I can recover my shield faster. And maybe die slower. Oh, nice, it's going to help a bit. See, I was speaking about hazard doing a bit of damage to enemies. The music is kind of discreet, but it is working fairly well, I think. Did I take magnetism? I don't really remember about it. Oh, there is a lot of bolts around. Just change the side. I took a bit of bolt here. Just kill them quick before they just fill the screen with thing I need to avoid, which might make things a bit more difficult. Really, the game is about what build you want to make and how you manage to do it. It is not a regular shoot 'em up. There is a bit if you're just about, you know, skills and reflex, it's not maybe completely about this. It's more about building the right ship for your way of playing, which I kind of like. But if you just build the right build, there is a lot more chance that you will be able to survive. Oh, stupid. Wanted to pick up these at all costs, seemingly. Okay, so what do we have here? A volatile shield. Oh, this could be handy. This one is going to deal a lot of damage when your shield is down, so it's going to maybe destroy all the enemy which were around you and trying to kill you, and it's going to make your life way easier. Let's go for it. So much XP around. At some point it's going to just fill the screen like this because there is so many enemy coming. Oh, this one is going to... it's not a very difficult boss if I remember right. You just need to be careful. That's all. Plus, as every boss is fairly sluggish, so you can actually place yourself behind him or just turn the screen or make him rotate forever, and he will have trouble tracking you. The issue is these guys. These guys, I hate these guys. And I'm just getting into these bolts for this. Oh! Oh, I see. He's very sluggish, but you still need to be careful. What else do we have? A bit more mobility? Nah. Shield effect. I think I should just go for the shield effect. I'll reduce the... Nah. Let's go for this. Come on. I'm not dead yet, but I will... I'm dead now. I'm dead now. I lost my focus. And you see, I might unlock something new here. Yes, I unlocked a new tree. I'm going to show you these quickly, and we'll try to do another run. I'm not sure I've got the time, but generally you do one good run, and then the other one are just bad. So I might fail on the other ones. Okay. Nah. All right. Done. And let's go for another one. So this time we're going to change completely. I think we're going to try to go for something different. So I wanted to show you the unlocks. So you see there is a fairly big amount of trees for the different modification you can do, and we've got also challenge mode, which you can actually unlock and make your game more difficult. We can unlock more rerolls. There is different gear you can unlock, like new shields, new weapons, new what do we have here? New vessel, new ship. Also, there is 2 more I need to unlock here, and then there is super mods. I did not get any of these. I don't know how we get this, but we might get one. I don't know when, but at some point, maybe if we do a good score, we might be able to unlock one. Or maybe I don't think there is an end to the game. I think it's a bit procedural, so the further you go, the more enemy and the tougher enemy you get, but I think you can go pretty far. I'm not even sure there is a... It's called an endless mod, so I believe we can actually just fight forever, kind of. Anyway, let's go back, let's do another run. I'm going to try to shoot a fairly different weapon this time. So... we're going to go for something a bit more, not peachy, but we're going to add the danger zone, so waves are going to advance faster. We're going to begin at wave 12. I should be warm enough, hopefully. And I'm not sure I'm going to go for the other one, because they tend to be quite... the enemy quite quickly. So we've got a light enemy, so they're going to be way more dangerous. And then we've got asteroid and comets, which are going to appear more frequently. I could do that, maybe. This one is not as dangerous. You see there is a score bonus of plus 50% now. And I could add this. I might die quickly. Okay, we'll try with this. Hopefully it will be doable. It's going to be way more dangerous, especially as you're going to begin with a fairly weaker weapon that I was playing with. Okay, let's just... I should be able to kill these guys. Okay, let's just switch weapon. What do we want to go for? So I'm not particularly fond of the flak. It's working well, but I should probably go with this Tarrant. It's not easy to specialize, but it might work well enough because it's really powerful. When the enemy just gets in contact with it, they are almost dead. So there is Hullbreaker, which I should have. I don't know a good build with this one, so I might die quickly. Then we've got still thing, which is cool because when you are not shooting, you are going to get invisible. I don't know another good build with this one either, so we are going to go for Sentinel. It's going to give me more shield effect and shield power and stuff. It's going to reduce a bit the rate of fire, but with the weapon I've got, it's not really important. And then I don't know what we're going to go for, but we've got options, I believe. I believe we should have some. Okay, let's go for this. I've got another level up, so what shall we go for? We've got Hello, which is going to burn our enemy. It's not a bad idea, but it's going to drain my shield, so it might not be a good idea. Then we've got the Bastion, which is going to deploy, and so the shield is going to be a bit different. It's going to be to the front of the ship, so if you take damage from the rear, it's going to be a bit more dangerous. So I'm not going to go for this. And the temporal, I wanted to show this to you. It's going to be pretty perfect with the weapon we've got. It's going to slow down projectile, so we might be able to avoid things. And as we are going to get a bit closer to enemies, it might work. So the thing I need the most right now is to get the weapon, the size of my weapon up a bit. So I've got bigger, let's say, tentacle. Because it's deadly when I'm close, but they tend to be a bit far for this weapon. So what should I go for? More projectile. I'm not sure I want to focus on this because if there is too many tentacle, I'm going to get lost. I won't know the front from the rear. I don't know. Alright, so I got another level up. Let's go. So we've got weapon size. This is important. Rate of fire, not so much. A regeneration could be useful, but I'm going to wait a bit for this. I need a bit more efficiency here. Let's go for magnitude here. It's going to be what's going to be the most powerful for now, right now. And I really need to change my strategy because now I need to focus on rushing toward my enemy to kill them before they shoot, basically. Weapon size, rate of fire. Let's go for magnitude one more time. It is the same tree, I must say. It's spelled, so. Okay, another time, and homing is interesting. You're going to make your tentacle just go toward your enemy, so it's really cool. But it's going to, I think, reduce the size of the tentacle as we progress through the tree. So I might want to take just the first level. We'll need to check on that. Then, let's see. I could increase the shield radius here to prevent projectile to come too quickly to me. Okay, let's go for the first level of targeting. Going to make this tentacle just focus a bit more. So the more tentacle on the enemies, the more damage they take. Then we've got the volatile shield. I think it might be a good addition as well. We could go for these drones. I did not show you these before, and they're going to give me the range I lack. So let's go. Let's just add a bunch more drones. Especially on this boss, where I should just remain behind. See, I'm doing a little bit of damage right now. I can have a second drone, but I really need to get closer to that guy so I can kill him quick, because this weapon is just way too powerful for these guys. And I'm going to keep killing him very, very quick now. Okay, it's dead, you see? This weapon is always impressive for this. It's dealing a huge amount of damage. But I've got a boost right now. So, I could add a bit of burn damage. It would just make it even more impressive. It's a bit strange. I don't think... No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so let's go for the burn damage. I'm going to make this weapon even more deadly. Okay, this tentacle, I need to be careful. Alright, no more. There is a bit of a black hole which is coming, so all of these guys are going to be... It's a bit of a shame because I'm not going to take the XP for it. So it is something I would prefer to avoid. Come on, what am I doing right now? Stupid! I thought I would be able... It seems to be stronger. It is... I don't know. I've been doing something stupid here. I'm not even... Nah, let's go. Let's keep going. It was a mistake. I'm going to do it again. I'm sorry about this. I got a bit... Let's just remove that for a sec. I won't be as surprised this time. Okay, so really sorry about that. It was... Okay, maybe I showed you this one a bit. You got the feeling of this weapon. It's really powerful. It is something you want to use in close combat, and it's going to protect you quite a bit. So maybe we're going to go and I'm going to show you another one. Something a bit more different from what we've been using before. Oh wait, almost got. Okay, so what do we have here? Split shot or railgun. These are not really interesting weapons. Let's just make a reroll here. The same again. Okay, let's do it again. So grenade. Grenade is interesting. Grenade is one of the weapons which brought me the further. It's at first you don't think it's that powerful, but it is really. Let's go for this. So at first it's quite difficult to shoot enemies with it. It's very slow. It's difficult to aim with. Yet the blast is important. So what do we want to go for? Architect is going to enable me to do more drones, so it might be interesting to go for. Stealth, I'm not sure I'm going to use it so well. And battery, we've been doing that already. I think I might want to go for this. Still, we've been doing that already, so maybe I could go for architect, and it's going to give me better drones. Or I could just go back. No, we're going to go for this. It's going to be maybe not as efficient as if I was going with the other one, but it's still going to be cool. Oh, where am I? So this one is also a very powerful weapon. I'm already at the boss and I'm still choosing my shield. There is an issue here. So I was speaking about... we're going to stick to temporal for now. I'm weak enough. Okay, just not fight too much. Saying is I've got only one projectile. This is a weapon which is going to be good when we get more projectiles than that. For now it's just a fairly weak weapon. It's not going to last if I survive long enough. But let's see what we can do. Wait, I'm taking damage here. You don't want to remain to the front of this enemy. He will harm you if you do. With the weapon should be better. It would have been a fairly short fight. You've seen with the octopus thing. Okay, it's dead. You need to still be careful about the tentacle, which are going to remain a bit. Am I? No, I'm not dead. No, I'm not dead. Okay, so this time let's try to do better. So the thing is that I need to get a bit of targeting to allow me to shoot my enemy a bit better. Rate of fire could be handy as well. So let's begin with targeting here. Where am I? Here we go. I need to pick up these XP bits. So we are beginning on the wave 12, so it's going to be a bit more difficult. Blast Radius is going to be very interesting for us. Homing Strike might be cool as well. Which are your broadside? Weapon size might be useful as well. Let's go for Homing Strike. I don't really care about a weapon just shooting from the front. Plus it's going to give me a little bit more explosion around. If these are going to be a little bit targeted, it's going to be really handy to take care of these enemies here. It's getting a bit stronger already. I just need more projectile and more damage. And I should not get... let them kill me too much. Okay, these are coming already. I'm in trouble. Need to be careful about these mines. They are going to be troublesome. Okay, let's see what we can get here. Weapon size, rate of fire might be good for us. Rate of fire or weapon size? No, weapon damage and blast radius. All of these are cool. I think I'm going to go for magneted. I'll need drone as well. Okay, so I'm going to do bigger explosion, which is going to be very bad for them. Okay, here we go. Going to explode a lot on the screen soon. I'm wondering because I don't really want to. Yet it's going to increase the amount of projectile, which is good for us. I still need a bit of velocity to send this projectile far away. I could do that and splinter the thing. Okay, let's go for it. So they're going to explode and they're going to explode in plenty of little projectiles and it's going to get a bit crazy around. It's like, you know, it's like fireworks with this weapon. The more fireworks you do, the better. It's a bit like the missile at first. It's going to clear the screen fairly quickly, yet it's way more powerful than the missile. More projectile. I might want to go for this. Yet, maybe I could try to focus on survivability instead. Improve regeneration or shield durability. I need more shield. And what should I go for? Oh, let's go for this. Bigger explosion are better. Things are just at the right spot at the right time with these because what do we want here? Drones might be what we're looking for. Going to give us the range we don't have. We do have a bit of range though. It was a mistake. This weapon is especially... Why are they not following? I think they might have died. Am I killing my own drones? I think it was not the case before. Maybe there is a patch I did not see, because if this is the case, I just spent 1 point for nothing. Oh, mines. Let's see. I'm not going to focus on drone if they are dying that quickly. It's a bit of a shame because I took a ship which was able to do drones. Okay, anyway, let's just rate of fire. Yes, I must say yes to the rate of fire. Because the more explosions, the better. Now, let's go for magnetism. This is probably the most obvious choice for this series. I'm still going to try against the drones, but they die really quickly, so I don't know. Okay, and what should I go for? Weapon velocity. Yes, or burn damage. Both are interesting. I'm going to go for weapon velocity, so I will shoot further, and that will clear the place a bit more efficiently, because I will be able to shoot the corners and where they come from. Now I'm doing a huge amount of damage. I believe this boss should not last long. What is this? I don't know this one. Adaptive armor. When you take hit damage, you gain armor stack. Armor stack provide you 1% damage resistance with slight diminishing return. Add it grant multiple armor stack. Oh, there is no drawback actually, so I might want to take it. Going to just make me stronger. You see, it's just crunching through the health of our enemy at a speed which is impressive. Not that it's impressive, but not too much. Let's say it's working well. Okay, let's just not remain here. Just... Oh, wait. Come on. I'm getting a bit lost. I'm going to get killed. Be careful. Let's get close enough so I can shoot him further. I'm going to just... Okay, the drone are never going to work. Okay, remaining on the laser side is a very bad idea. Wait, wrong side. So wrong. And again, go stupidly. Alright, done. You should be dead soon. Ish. I took a bit of a hit for nothing. Let's not let this vessel exit without taking huge damage. Oh, what is this? Armor stack, attack enemy when you fire and will not decay. Armor stack, deal additional blast damage for each as armor stack. Okay. I think I did not try this one before. So it's interesting. I will just not remain here. We've got another level up. And let's take a look at this. Armor stack, improve regeneration at plus 0.4 per stack. Once again, there is no drawback, so it's always good to take it in to improve my durability. I believe this one should be especially powerful with the Hellbreaker, as you are going to take plenty of damage. If each damage makes you stronger, there is a very little chance that you will die if you are taking many. Okay, so what do we have here? On impact, your projectiles deal more total damage based on their distance from you. Okay, I'm not sure it's going to be as powerful than with the missile, but it might work anyway. Or... nah, I don't want to reduce the velocity. The velocity is going to enable me to fill the screen with explosion. If your velocity gets too low, you are going to be truly in trouble with this weapon, because it will just spew little things close to you, and it's not as efficient. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have here? More blast damage, yes, of course, yes. Oh, I almost got into a leather thing, and it's never good. Okay, this one should die soon, hopefully. Yes, it's dead. You can see that they are dying way faster. This is really a weapon which is doing a lot of damage. Hopefully I won't do my best score today, because if I do, we are not yet there. It will take some time. You see this one? It was a boss before, it's not anymore. Now it is just not a regular enemy, but maybe an elite enemy. So you can see boss coming back, and I think they might even be showing up in more than one. Occurrence, I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this, I don't remember. But I think I might have seen two bosses at the same time, but I'm not sure. At some point you don't see too well what's going on. Let's see, plus 25 self-damage resilience, armor stack duration, flat hull strength. I don't know what this is. What are these flat hull strengths? And what is this one? Blast radius? Let's go for the blast radius. The more blast, the better. Alright, let's see. Nothing shall remain alive here. I think the thing is that I can only have one active drone, because it seems to survive long enough. Is he focusing his laser, or am I just... Oh, what am I doing here? Am I trying to die? I hope not, because it... Wait, where am I? Just over there. So much damage. Come on, I need to shoot him quicker, or I will be... Wait. I really need to be careful this time. I don't want to be dragged towards this, but I don't want to burst too much either. I will actually just go back to the other side. So the boss is not dead yet. This is good, I think. It's going to make enemy explode when they die, and they are going to make a blast radius, and they are going to explode and damage their enemy. Your enemy, I must say. Because they've got no enemy except me. It is fairly different from the laser and the tentacle. Okay, this enemy, when they explode, they just do little kind of missiles or pikes, which are going to damage you, like this. Be more careful. Oh, it's getting a bit crazy. I'm going to get killed soon if I'm not careful. Like that. Anyway, I was not careful. And now we're going to unlock something. Yes, a new reroll, so we can actually reroll more. And maybe next time we'll unlock some kind of new weapon or something. Still, we're not going to go much further today, because if I do so, the video is going to do 2 hours or something. So guys, I hope you liked this video. If you do, please leave a like, a comment or subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, please consider following my referral link to buy your games on the Humble store. They've got pretty nice price and interesting bundles as well. So with that said, until next time folks, have fun!